So the first card you have is the Tower, and this card really, honestly, has come out half of the readings I've done. Half of the 12 signs I've done is come out in the original spread. So to me, that means that a lot of us are seeing some walls coming down. We're seeing some either old beliefs, relationships, sudden changes in our life, but these changes are for the best. Remember this, the Tower card is always a beneficial card. It may not feel like it at first, but a lot of readers look at it as sort of the storm, but then there's calm to follow. There's enlightenment, there's benefits, there's promise, there's hope to follow the Tower card. So I know that some of you are going, oh my gosh, what's going on mid-June? You know, and again, this reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Always watch your Moon and Rising as well, as I say, and especially if this doesn't resonate with you, because it will not with everybody, but I'm blown away by this coming up 6 different times in the readings. So I feel like the universe is saying, you know what, you guys, for a lot of you, it's time to let go. It's time to let go of the past. It's time to let go of really what, where in your life is not making you happy. All right, so I'm going to look into my crystal so the light may change a little bit. There you go. And for Virgo, what's been going on? Well, for some of you, just a feeling of emptiness is what I'm getting. And so that emptiness may be in the form of, again, a relationship or empty pockets. I'm hearing for some of you empty pockets. I mean, you Virgos are, a lot of you good at making money, the financial road, but I heard empty pockets. So it might be that your expenditures are high, or you're looking for a job, something like that. But I do feel like, that will come about for you. A new position, or the money will change. And again, this is in your first position. So we'll take a look at the rest. See what else comes up for you. So yeah, some of you feel like you've been standing on the edge of a cliff and like, which way do I go now? Where's the clear path? Where's the path with no debris? Where's what's in my heart? What do I want to follow? And I think there's going to be some changes for you, whether they're your intended changes, probably not, or maybe you thought about them coming up. But, again, the universe has its own unique way of moving us out of what is not in our highest purpose. So I do see some changes for some of you around mid-June. It might be sudden, it might be shocking. Always make sure to, this card indicates sometimes electrical problems. Just make sure that your house is safe. And if you live in an area that's warm, water, I'm just saying it can indicate some type of heat or more heat than you want. You do have some emotion at the bottom here. See the water that's bubbling up. So it's interesting. It's imploding. This old structure, this old wooden structure is imploding, and there's fire coming out of the top, and there's lightning saying, bolt of change, sudden news, whatever comes up. But then there's water to catch you. So don't fear. Don't worry about falling. You'll be fine. You'll be safe. All right. All right. So the next card is the Knight of Cups. This to me represents a water sign, which would be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This can be a female, so don't get thrown off by the gender. And the Knights are people who are explorers. Remember, the pages are young dudes. The Knights are the explorers and the adventurers, and then the queens and kings have it mastered in the essence. So I feel like there's an opportunity coming to you. This card is facing away from the Tower. So it's like all this is done. And this may have come up in early June as well. So you may have already experienced this. So if you're thinking, wow, I've already had so much stuff happen, is something else going to happen? No, probably not. This is probably something that's already taken place in June for some of you. I am hearing the word pets. So for any of you that are having challenges with your pets, whether it's health problems, the loss of a pet, which I'm, excuse me, sorry to hear if that's the case. And this could be, I was seeing a dog, but it, could be cats. I was also hearing the word parakeet. So some of you that, enjoy having domestic birds in your home. I don't know. It just feels like they either need some assistance or they have ill health or need to be taken to the vet, or possibly you work at a veterinarian. So just saying, at a veterinary office. Okay. So going back to the Knight is facing away from this. So he's like, you know what? Okay, I've experienced this. This is a person who wants to offer you something different, something that's more in your heart. The cups are about what makes us happy, whether it's a relationship, whether it's, something we love to do, whatever makes us happy and joyous. It could be a social invitation. It could be a wedding. Maybe you're going to a wedding or you've been invited to one. It can be something like that. It can be an engagement or proposal. And sometimes this Knight can be, now when I look at this particular Knight, I don't get this, but sometimes the Knights can be kind of they can overdo it. They can be a little bit mushy or, maybe too romantic. And, some of you are saying, well, how can you be too romantic? But just too sugary, like this might be it. Like they're buttering you up. So discern who's being very kind to you, overly kind to you. Looks like they're wanting to nurture you or be compassionate with you, but you're not feeling it. You're not seeing it from this person, their genuineness. That's what I want to say. It's not like a genuine feeling. It could be. For some of you, it could be. Excuse me. For others of you, it's not. So depending on which Virgo you are. All right? And it's interesting, too, how this particular Knight is facing the Five of Wands. So if this is a proposal or offer or a person who is, again, coming with you with this love or this, we can make it work. I feel like there's this Five of Wands indicates difference of opinions. So it might be that it could be a couple different scenarios. Some of you might be getting an offer of either engagement or love interest, and others around you are going, this person's not good for you. This person is harmful, or they're not there for your best interest, or they're there for your money. Sometimes that's the case. It could be that there's arguments between you and this person. It's just interesting to me how this card is facing the different, and you can see this one has an armband on that's like made of metal, and this one has a blue glove, and this one has a draped arm, and so on and so forth. So it feels like different ideas, competitive ideas. It may be, the other thing it may be is you bringing some type of emotional goodness into a situation that someone needs to take leadership. Someone needs to take the bull by the horns, I guess you could say, and figure out what needs to go on in this particular organization, in this group setting. Yeah. The other thing this could be, and this card has come up too a lot, this Five of Rods, interestingly enough, this could actually be you trying to decide which opportunity. I don't normally read this card this way, but with this particular deck, when I look at this, I'm feeling that for some of you, it's that you have opportunities. This is one of them. You're getting social opportunities. You're getting opportunities of employment. And which one do I take? So let's draw some clarification cards and let's see what's going on with Virgo. Cards are wanting to jump for you guys today. All right. A lot. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles came up. And the Four of Pentacles has to do, to me, with someone who is really watching their bottom line. They're watching their bank account. Possibly, again, you've been spending money and you don't want to overspend. You're needing to tighten up. There's been expenditures. Maybe you're going on a trip and you don't want to overspend, or you're going to Vegas or, you know, one of the gambling casinos, and you have a budget of how much you want to play with. You know, it could be any type of, I need to watch my bottom line. You're almost feeling like miserly with your money, but, you know, it feels like there's a good reason for that. It feels like, you know, if you look at this top pentacle above his crown, and then the three he's holding, and this could be a woman, of course, like I said, you feel the need to do that. Whatever's going on in your life, and it could be, this could be about your money as well, the Tower could be. Then you're really watching things. Let me look into the crystal and see what's going on. Okay, interestingly enough, this is kind of a little bit opposite than what this card means. I saw some bills stacked up, like, I don't know if they were dollar bills or 20s, whatever. It just felt like money stacked up. For any of you that play the lottery, whether it's big or small, if you have a little bit of winnings, I feel like you're very protective of that, you know, which would make sense because people who win, you know, pretty decent amounts, I feel like it's really not a public thing. You don't want to let people know that you're now into the money. You know, that came up. So those bills stacked up. It could also be that there was some sort of possibly inheritance that you've come into, or that your family is working out, and, you know, you're part of it. You're really watching closely how everybody is divvying up the money and the property. Could be that. Okay. It could also be about your health. So make sure and take care of any problems or issues that come up with you. All right. Okay, Virgo. And then the second card that came up is the Seven of Cups. All right. Well, you know, interesting. I'm looking at this Knight, and then I'm looking at the Seven of Cups. And what I first noticed when I looked at the Seven of Cups is this mask. And I was talking about earlier this Knight of Cups being a little bit mischievous. And again, I'm feeling that for some of you. Again, put the comments below. You know, I like the comments. And, you know, if you want, share who this person is or what this story is, or if it's different for you. But that was the first cup I saw. And of course, the Seven of Cups is about not being grounded around the opportunities we have, or fantasizing, or like, is this the best for me? Or is, you know, this one has a wreath, this one has a woman in it, you know, this has a dragon. And it's just very, very, very different opportunities we could be looking at, or situations or social situations that were kind of like in la la land about, and they might be deceiving as to which one to choose. And it feels like, you know, getting grounded again is like, okay, discern what is best for me. And I feel like this has to do with this Knight of Cups. I'm going to pull a resolve card here. Okay, hold on. Okay, this one wants to come out. There were a few. Okay, well, now the King of Cups comes out. Very, very interesting. A lot of cups for you. So emotions going on for you. A lot of you, Virgo, the second part of June. Needing balance is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm getting. And of course, leave in the comments below. But I'm getting he's not looking at you. He's not possibly looking at your best interest. I feel like the king is. The king has mastered his emotions. The king is sometimes someone who is a doctor, a healer. They're a nurturer, they're compassionate. And again, this could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. This feels like the outcome to all of this that's going on. This King of Cups is a person who is there for you. Well, I felt like the Knight isn't. I feel like the King is. So let me look into the crystal and see if I get anything around this King. Well, he's been vast in his the way he handles his life. And I say handle because I do feel like he could, for some of you, be an older person, or at least older than you are. And when I say vast, he's had a varied life. But, you know, at least we're 2 parts is better than no parts, I guess. So I was talking about this King has had many, many opportunities to balance relationships, possibly many marriages, possibly one long marriage. So it feels like someone to me that's old, possibly older than you, and has the comforts that you're looking for, the comforts of the questions you have. I would ask you, who in your life can you turn to that when you feel like you're down and out, or you have questions, who can you go to? That would be this person here. That's what it feels like to me. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add up the cards, the original 3 cards. All right, and so we have the Tower of 16, 17, the Knight is 1, 16, 17, and 17 and 5 is 22. Wow, okay. The major arcana is cut off at 21, so we'll add the 2 together. But 22, right? 5, 6, and 16. Yes, 22. Well, that's a master number. So in numerology, that is about 2 twos is being patient, being diplomatic, connecting with others. 22 life paths, or being born on the 22nd, you're very, very good at, like I said, connecting others. You're a master builder. So I feel like for you, Virgo, you know, keep that solid foundation. Know who you are, because you have the strength to build. And this is a relationship, or this could be a project, or I'm getting the word construction, or job, or any type of, you know, you can build anything, right? It's just that the 22 is the master builder. Okay. And then the 4 in the major arcana is the Emperor card. And the Emperor card is very much about controlling his own destiny. And that's just what I was saying, right? Is owning your inner power so you can control your own destiny. This is also an archetypal father. So it could be that King of Cups was a father figure. Normally, I will say that normally the Emperor represents Capricorn. So think about any Capricorns in your life. Capricorn would be birthday end of last week of December and into January. This person has a lot of leadership, has a lot of building projects. You know, this is about you all building your foundation again, because 2 and 2 is 4, and 4 represents building foundations. It represents being steady in your structure. So it might be after this Tower card that's what you're doing. You're rebuilding. I mean, that would make all the sense in the world. And sometimes to me, the Emperor, excuse me, sorry about that. The Emperor can be someone who is in spirit, that you either are aware of, which like a spirit guide or an archangel or someone who's in spirit that's passed on that helps guide you, and maybe you're not aware of. So just FYI if you notice that.